Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. That completely caught me off guard. Like what Yuga did in this episode basically caught me off guard. Like I was really surprised by what he did, and at the same time, I was not surprised too, considering his character was getting developed to be like this, like a very villainous character, even though he's a main character of the series. Now, first thing I want to talk about is, can we talk about Julia? Like, my dude, Julia is I I I don't know. I just don't know what to say about her. Like, she's like that one OP character who's just sitting around on the side grounds, and when the time comes, she's just gonna come out there and be like, definitely a win-win. But yeah, I did not expect that. But out of all the people, out of all the people, the business suit guy would have been captured by Julia. Out of all people, I wouldn't have expected that. Like I would have expected the suit guy to be the first person who would be real slave, but real slave, first slave was probably Julia, considering that that so far he has five slaves, now six. Consider that Zero is in there too. Now I want to talk about Zero. He resisted. Now that's an interesting thing because SCM normally is like you have to obey the master's order at any cost. So this is kind of a new thing to know because Zero actually resisted. He just resisted it completely. Like he just ran away, and if not for Nanakawa, I think so. That's what his name is. If not for him, I think so. Zero would have ran away. He would have been safe person. So I I don't know why that would happen because one of the explanation Rio gave was quite interesting that it could be a possibility that this would be like if you're wearing SCM for a few minutes and you just got into control right now straight away, then it would be interesting. Like then it would be something like, yeah, you won, like you won. Yeah, but you're still not under control, completely under control of your master yet. And another theory that came up was like his mind resisted. Like sometimes SCMs resist mind. That's basically what the business suit guy's theory was. Like the mind was resisting SCM because for some reason his mind w- I don't know how that theory would come up. Like his mind is resisting SCM, but that's quite an interesting thing because if your mind is the one thing that wants to resist SCM itself, like the shockwaves itself, like remember SCM sends shockwaves like the neuron at your neck, at his spine, which sends shockwaves to your mind, like your brain. Just like that, SCM sends shockwaves to your brain. So basically, it is like it's quite interesting if the brain is resisting these shockwaves in a way. So it's quite interesting in a way to see if that is a possibility. Now, now I want to move from this part to like let's not talk about the Julia part because that is the most weirdest of all the parts. I mean, she was going commando. I, I I just don't have anything else to say. She was going commando, and that's how she won. Yeah, that's how she won. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because that would go into like the nonchalant, non-friendly type of atmosphere. So I don't want to go in depth with that. But yeah, the guessing game, the Ponzi color guessing game, she was going commando. That's all I'm gonna say about Julia. Now, moving on from Julia to the next part, I want to talk about our main character Yuuga. My dude, Yuuga, I would agree with Iya on this one. Like his personality has completely changed. He used to be a smart dude. I'm gonna be honest here. Like he used to be in the first four episodes, his personality was different. Like he used to be a smart dude who just wanted to be a slave. He wanted to experience the thrill of being a slave, and he didn't be a slave. Instead, he was Instead, this episode showed him committing atrocious acts, and that's just like, my dude, really? Like, he committed something that I would consider calling foul. Like, that's just atrocious in a way, what he committed. Like, this man made Ayaka eat. Not only did he make Ayaka eat forks and knives, he also put her in a bath full of ice. My dude, what the heck is wrong with you? Like that's just like committing the worst act ever. You are abusing your slaves. Like you are abusing. He even said that he doesn't plan to use his slaves until they are needed. So it's like at this time it's just a person who kidnapped Zenpachi. It was in the previous episode, obviously. If you know the fat guy, he kidnapped him. So basically, him and Iak would have solved the problem easily. In my opinion, those two are pretty damn OP when it comes to intelligence. Their IQ outsmarts a lot of people. I would say that. And I think so. If it was to choose between Ryu and Yuuga, I would say Yuuga's IQ would outsmart Ryu in many ways. So just saying that. I also want to talk about something interesting about what Ryu said, because Ryu said he needed 2 million. Like he needed more money when Zero said he had 2 million saved up. So it's quite an interesting thing, because it seems like Ryu is saving up money, and like I don't know yet why he would be saving up money for, but this seems like an interesting plot. Like maybe Ryu is not a villain. He's just trying to do something. He's just trying to like save someone or something, or maybe just like I most probably save someone, maybe for an operation or something like that. Like I see that happening in the future with Ryu, but at the same time, I want to talk about Hyuga. I want to continue talking about Hyuga. Like, this man is very, very bad. Like, he is all doing just does all just because he feels like this is the best excitement he has ever had, and that's what pissed me off about this character. This episode, how he acted, because I loved this character in the first four episodes. Like he was my type of character in the first four episodes. He was smart. He was like very he was like very much like he was showing kind of a gentle side, even though he was not I'm not saying he's gentle in any way, but he was showing that gentle and kind side in a way. And he was like a very normal person, just looking to have some thrill. That's all it was. But now his thrill has gone beyond his limits, and he just wants to torture his servant so that he could get Iya into like getting like playing into like using her as her trump card, as his trump card. And it kind of makes me like feel like something is gonna go wrong along the roads with this character. Something is gonna go wrong. And just like the opening showcases this man like just walking like he's not ready, he's all groggy, and he's just like the opening already suggests like something bad is gonna happen to this man as he goes forward. And most probably SCM is something like a drug which consumes a user's life. I think so. It would be something like that. Now let's move on to that, and I also want to talk about this crazy group. So somebody kidnapped Zenpachi, and this group is challenging Ryu's party and Yuga's party, which is kind of interesting to me, because I didn't expect that out of all things. Like that's quite interesting. Anyways, that was the only thing like that caught out my eye in this episode. So let me know what do you think about this episode in general for Dorei-Ku. Let me know if you like this episode of Dorei-Ku or not, because I felt like this episode wasn't like it had its shocking moments, but like the first four episodes were just they were good. They were good. Like in the sense of dark anime, they were quite good. But when it comes to this episode, it kind of felt it it was all right. I'm not saying it was bad in any way, but it kind of felt like it didn't give me the same vibe as the first four episodes gave. So I'm just saying like this was I'm not saying in any way this episode was bad. It had its shocking moments. It was good with the shock. It just didn't feel the same as the first four episodes. Anyways, let me know what you think about this episode of Dorei-Ku, the animation, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.